Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are as you watch this. Welcome to my channel. I intend to pop on here each day and share with you all just one card from this beautiful Dreams of Gaia Tarot. It's a self-exploration and healing deck. It has a few more cards, fair few more cards than the traditional tarot. And it's been created by Revin Phelan. Still not sure if I'm saying her name right, but we'll go with it. Alright, let's just do a quick chime to clear the energy. And let's get started. Wow, that did not take long at all today. I hadn't even got to say anything yet. The Desire card. Alright, we'll prop that up and have a look at what that means. And the guidebook is really quite intensive, so I'll just read you what it says. Make sure you can see that. Oops. Okay, so to desire, to wish or long for something. To lust or crave is to desire. In simple terms, desire means to want something. Desire is the fourth influence on choice, and when it appears in your reading, it asks that you explore your desires and ask, what is it that you really want? And how much do you want it? What are you willing to do in order to achieve your desires? Is desire the root of all suffering? Many religious texts state that desire is something that corrupts humanity and blinds us to our true purpose. However, desire is the state of mind that compels you to act and do whatever you feel is necessary in order to fulfill that desire, because you know that you will feel pleasure or be rewarded for fulfilling that desire. For example, you desire a glass of water. It is hot. You are thirsty. However, you're in the middle of the garden covered in mud and sweat, and the floor in the house has just been freshly cleaned. How much do you want that glass of water? What are you willing to do in order to have that glass of water? You can almost feel the coolness as it slides down your throat, washing away the parched dryness of your mouth. You know it's going to be so nice, but having that glass of water involves putting down your tools, halting your progress, cleaning yourself off, taking off your shoes, going inside, getting a glass, filling the glass, drinking the water, and then putting your muddy shoes back on before coming back out and getting back to work. So how much do you really want that glass of water? How much do you desire it? Do you want it enough to stop and do what needs to be done in order to have it now? Or are you more inclined to wait until the task in front of you is completed? Could waiting also have consequences? This is desire in action. Desire in action means believing that a particular outcome is good. It is worthy of our desire. It means valuing something as important and therefore worthy of our time and effort. It is desire that drives us to set goals and then act on them. It is desire that inspires us to keep going, long after somebody else would have given up. Desire is what motivates you, drives you, compels you to act, to take risks, and to make sacrifices with a smile. Well, there's certainly a lot of things that I've been desiring, and it's propelling me in all sorts of directions. I hope that this is a relevant reading for someone else as well. Obviously, my energy just keeps on coming through, but I hope that that resonates for someone else. Thank you. Hi guys, just jumping back in here, I just realised that I missed a big portion of your reading in the book, so I'll just continue on from where I missed. Sorry about that. So, with the desire card, it suggests that the time has come to ground your desires in the reality of the here and now. Ask yourself whether your current desires are realistic or unrealistic. Are your methods for putting your desires into action realistic or unrealistic? The law of abundance tells us that for all we receive, we must be willing to give in equal measure. But if we are expecting or desiring a particular outcome, but unwilling to act on that desire, that would be an unrealistic desire because the law of abundance is not a one-way street. Therefore, an equal exchange of energy is required for us to manifest what we desire. For example, if you desire a new sofa, you will need money or another acceptable form of payment. You might know the store owner, and they might allow you to work for the new sofa, but they are unlikely to give it to you for free, unless the sofa is no longer of any value to them, and that likelihood will only manifest if the sofa is damaged in some way that would make it unsellable. If the sofa is damaged and unsellable, would you still want it? Maybe you know how to fix the sofa. Maybe shop soiled and damaged suits your purposes and fulfills your expectations. If your expectations are few and you're willing to spend your time hunting from one furniture store to another in order to grab a bargain in the way of shop soiled or damaged furniture, then you'll probably not be disappointed. But do not make the mistake of believing that your desire manifested for free. You are still making an energy exchange by investing time, petrol costs, and energy in your search. Even the desire to obtain a free piece of furniture needs to be acted upon, and that action is its price. In almost every situation, if you want a brand new and undamaged sofa, you will need to have money to pay for it. You might have to work extra hours or go without lunch and coffee from that little gourmet cafe down the street. Or you can have faith and believe that the money is going to manifest and go buy that sofa when and if it does. The money is there and will manifest, depending on what and how you choose to believe. Such is the way of abundance. However, even if you believe that a lottery win will give you the freedom to purchase that much desired new sofa, you still have to make the effort to go to the store and buy the winning ticket, spend money on the purchase of the ticket, and likely buy a fair few number of tickets on a consistent basis to increase your chances, because abundance does not work to your timetable. It could be weeks, months, even years, before you experience a win big enough to buy that sofa you so desire in the present. Is the desire for an easy win on the lottery an unrealistic desire? That is for you to decide. But by the time you win that extra cash, you could most likely have earned the money you need by working overtime for a couple of weeks or giving up that coffee and cafe lunch. The latter course of action is grounded in the reality of here and now. As for the reality of your desires, it can be wise to accept that some of our desires may not be worth taking action on, because they may be wishful thinking and nothing more. While a 40-something housewife living in Australia might desire an intimate relationship with a married 30-something movie star who lives on the opposite side of the world, her desires for that intimacy might not be grounded in reality. While she might be able to meet this movie star one day and get a hug and a photo, beyond that, if she attempted to act on her desire, she might end up in jail. Also, even if your desire is realistic, it requires motivation, intention, and action to manifest. Otherwise, that desire is nothing more than a nice dream. You can want something more than anything else in the world, but you must also be willing to do what's necessary to make it happen. The desire card has a very grounded and practical message. First, determine whether your desires are realistic. If they are, and you really want them to manifest, then be willing to do what needs to be done. Or you can wait for circumstances to change and maybe, if you are lucky, find yourself blessed with the opportunity to have your desire manifest with little or no effort from you. However, there will always be a price to be paid. If you are willing to pay it now, with time and effort, you will be willing to pay on your terms. If you wait or choose the easy path, you may end up being asked to pay a price that is not to your liking. Cool. So I've heard that before, you know, with manifestation, it is an exchange. So, you know, you manifest, you put it out there, but you've got to put yourself in the place to receive. Um, you know, you can't just be stuck in the one spot and expect growth. Yeah. Good reading. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.